welcome. Namaste.
Namaste.
And this practice is about self-care. The word Soma is the nectar of immortality that nourishes our body and mind with its blissful energy. Soma represents the honey sweetness of life, but we must pause long enough to savor and appreciate it. When you take time to care for yourself, you're doing others a favor because you can balance their needs with your own to become more effective in helping them. Sometimes we need to stop doing and start being aware of ourselves, and by taking time to meditate and digest our experiences. At the time of the solstice, the sun's declination appears to stand still, so the zenith point in the sky stays the same for a number of days. And this standing still, the word solstice, reminds us to also pause and reflect on what has been most meaningful to us in the past and envision how to enhance that in the future. So now we'll embark on a slow and meditative asana practice focused on self-care. While we're sitting, we're going to do Shanmukti Mudra. We'll do that later. Okay, so let's just take a moment to be in our bodies, be present with the breath, and be aware of what you're feeling from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Being an embodied spirit, you are taking care of the temple of that spirit by taking care of your body. And just as you're advised to put on your own oxygen mask before helping others, do take care of yourself as much as you want to take care of others. I will actually begin standing and on our feet. Separate the feet about hip distance and align the feet to be parallel. Then begin to hug the muscles to the bones. Draw up through the pelvic floor, back through the shoulders, in through the navel, so the spine can be long, straight, and strong. And you have great posture. Lift up the arms with your inhale. And press the palms down on the exhale, taking as long for the out as the in. Perfect. Doing fine. Good. Let the arms rest now. And circle the tip of the nose like you're moving around on the minute hand of a clock. Inhaling up to 12 o'clock. Exhaling down to 6 o'clock. And when you're ready, change the direction, circling back the opposite way. Good. Now, use the hands to massage the back of the neck. And massage the shoulders. And circle the elbows so you're moving around and around. Good. Now hold on to the hips, circle the hips. That's good. And reverse the circles. And hands on the lower back, press forward, and then back. And massage a little bit there. Then we're going to go down the legs, so widen the feet to the width of the mat. Exhale, slide hands down the outsides of the legs, across the tops of the feet. Inhale up the insides of the legs. Roll the shoulders back and start again. Exhaling down the outsides. Inhaling the insides, lift up, roll the shoulders back. And one more time. And lift up the arms, interlace the fingers, press down through the feet, press up through the palms. Yes, great. Twist to the left side. Keep pressing the right foot down. And then switch, twist to the right side, and press down through the left foot. And bring the hands behind the head and tilt the chin up. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, tilt the chin down and bring the elbows forward. Repeating with your breath. Open on the inhale, arch back. And round forward on the exhale. Yeah, you're doing perfect. Job. Good. And then just loosen the arms, let them swing side to side. Good. Now, come on down to the mat into a prone position. And Sphinx pose. The forearms are on the floor, elbows under the shoulders. And pull back through the elbows, down through the shoulder blades to widen the chest. Point back through the toes, lengthen the legs. And bend both knees and rock the feet from side to side. Good. Lower the legs. Slide the hands back so they're under the shoulders or by the ribs, and then curl up into Cobra pose. Pulling the shoulder blades down, pointing the toes back. That's a great job. Do a little twisting here too, if you like. Rocking hips from side to side, or even tapping one foot behind. There, good. And lift up to table pose. And press back to child's pose. Inhale, broaden the neck and shoulders. And exhale, lengthen the spine, pressing the palms forward, the hips down. Pulsing with each breath so that you can fill the lungs to capacity on the inhale and empty every speck of air on the exhale. Since you have block, if you have a block, you can put that under your forehead so that your forehead can press down with resistance onto the block. This can help lengthen the back of the neck. It's tempting to just stay like this for the rest of the class. Now come on up to table pose. And we'll do puppy dog. And you can use the blocks for your puppy dog, putting the palms on the blocks and then stretching down towards the thighs. So the chest towards the thighs. Anahata asana. Taking complete breaths in and complete breaths out. Good. Walk the hands back under the shoulders, lifting back to table pose. And let's go into twisting child's pose. Thread the right arm under the left, tuck the chin, and rest on the outside of the head and arm, twisting, looking up. And finding a way to breathe evenly. Now switch sides and lift up the right shoulder. Thread the left arm under the right. Tuck the chin here and rest on the outside of the head and arm. Letting the hips move back and forth with each breath. And come back to table pose. Okay, and lower the forearms. Tuck the chin, and now the crown of the head on the mat. Rocking back and forth with the breath. And giving ourselves a good cranial massage to start. We'll lift up again to this table pose and step the right foot forward. Blocks can help you get the legs into the position that's stable and comfortable. Yeah. And once your feet are underneath you, lift the hands up to the right knee. Good. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, pull the navel in, deepen the hips, strengthen the legs. Yes, perfect. Okay, we'll continue on, lifting the arms. Awesome. Each breath, adding more self-care, nourishing the body, comforting the soul. Bring hands down, keeping the left hand down. Maybe it's on the block or on the mat. lift up the right arm and twist towards that right side. Broaden the chest as you inhale, lengthen the arms. And as you exhale, draw the shoulder blades together, the navel to the spine. And then release the right hand down. Right. And straighten the right knee. And if you move the foot forward a few inches, you can keep the hips up above the left knee. And we'll soften on the inhale and squeeze the kneecap on the exhale, getting a deeper stretch. Trying to straighten that right knee as you exhale. And make as much space as needed to inhale to your full capacity. Good. Now, let's switch legs. Oh no, we're going to stay with that right leg extended and walk the hands around to the left. Pivot on the left knee. Okay. Take the left hand to the back of the mat. Lift the right arm up and stretch it over the ear to lengthen that whole right side of the body. You've got this. Good job. Inhale, lift the back up so you're upright again. Now the right leg's extended. You're sliding the right hand down the right leg, lifting the left arm up. This is gate pose, Parigasana. So squeeze this kneecap, lift up the right kneecap, pull the thigh bone up into the hip socket. Press down through the left knee so you can lengthen through that left side of the body. Very nice, good. And then release and go back to table pose. Switch sides. All right, step the left foot forward. Lift hands up to the left knee. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, pull the navel in. Engage through the pelvic floor. Strengthen the legs. Even pressing through the top of that back foot so that you can lift up the chest and look up. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades in, the navel in. Wonderful. You look great. We'll bring the hands down and keep the right hand down. Open the left arm. Twisting, gazing up to the left hand. And then bring the left hand down. We're going to start to straighten the left knee, moving the left foot forward some. Gives you more space to do that. Lift up the left toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine so the neck is straight, back is long. On the exhale, squeeze the muscles, hug them to the bone. Lift up through the navel. And don't be afraid to back off on the inhale. It gives you a chance to assess how you're taking care of yourself. And if everything's smooth, you want to go deeper on the exhale. Straighten the left knee. Enjoying each pulsation and savoring that sweet nectar, the amrit, the Soma. All right, begin to pivot, turn towards the right side, and the right hand reach to the back of the mat so the left arm can extend up and over the left ear, still grounding through the left foot and through the back foot to support and lift the hips. Draw the shoulder blades together, open the throat. And then release, hands back down. Lift the back up to a straight spine. Spin the left toes up and start to slide down that left leg with the left hand. Push down through the right knee, lift up through the right arm, and on the exhale, continue to crescent over that left hip. Taking long, deep breaths. Take good care of yourself. And then release and lift back to table pose. All right. Lift up the hands, come up to a high kneeling position, and press the hands onto the back of the buttocks. Draw the shoulder blades together. And press down through the tops of the feet. Inhale, look up. And exhale, arch back with more strength in the hips, buttocks, and back. And release. Lift up to a straight spine. Twist to the left side. And hold the left heel or the left hip and reach up through the right arm. And open the chest. Draw the right shoulder back. And release, right arm down. Twist to the right side. Hold the right hip or the right heel. And lift up the left arm so you can look up. Open the chest. And deepen the back bend. And then come back down to hands and knees. Curl the toes under. And lift up the knees to walk the legs, walking the dog. And walk the feet forward to the hands. Roll the back up. Step up to the front of the mat for warrior one. Then step with the right foot back, bend the left knee, and widen your feet to the left and right sides of the mat so you have a lot of lateral stability. And then we'll reach up with the arms. Perfect. Okay. And look up with the inhale and root down with the exhale. Pulse with the breath to expand and contract with each cycle of breath. Now lower the arms, clasp them behind the back in Yoga Mudra, and strengthen the back leg. Look up and squeeze the shoulder blades together so you can scoop the heart up while letting the head tilt back. Now release, hands to the front leg, and start sliding down that left leg. Gradually straightening the knee. Use blocks under the hands if you want something to support yourself on the way down. So you can keep hands on the leg, hands on the shin. Use blocks if they're there. And over a series of breaths, start to deepen the stretch by lowering the blocks. Okay, so Parshvottanasana, it's the pyramid. Rest, another breath here. And on the inhale, step right foot forward to meet the left. And exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale, lift up, stand tall, lift the arms, and the palms touch, bring them down through the center line, connecting with the heart. So mind and body are one. Embodied spirit. Now for the second side, step the left foot back to warrior one, bend the right knee, and establish a very strong foundation in the feet and legs before lifting the arms and growing the pose, expanding to the sky on the inhale and rooting into the earth on the exhale. Now lower the arms, clasp hands behind, and draw shoulder blades down, lifting the eyes up. And keep the back leg strong, lifting up through the chest, and gradually tilting the head back. Now, release the clasp and move hands to the front leg. Inhale, lengthen the spine, straighten that right leg, and exhale, start going down to your comfortable breathing. And over a series of breaths, try to increase the stretch while straightening that right knee on the exhale. And taking care of yourself on the inhale to modify as needed. Staying in a pose long enough to really get the feel of it, so you're not rushing from one pose to the next. You can savor the sweetness of each pose, sipping it like the finest wine. Now, next inhale, step the left foot forward. And exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale, rise, lift the arms, touch the palms. And exhale, Anjali Mudra. Now, the heart center. Soul and body as one. Taking care of this temple to house your great spirit in glory, in honor. And now, we'll go to warrior two. So step the right foot back to begin. Turn the right toes out. Lengthen your stance pretty much, then bend the left knee. Stop when the left knee is above the ankle. Okay, so the outer edge of the back foot is parallel to the end of the mat. The hips are open, shoulders facing the side edge of the mat. Good. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, pull the navel in, lengthen the tailbone. Be strong in that core. Yeah, that's it. You're beautiful warriors. Now, lifting the left arm, we'll reverse that warrior. And straighten the left leg, windmill the left hand down, the right arm up, coming right over into triangle pose. Stay with triangle, breathing, widening the shoulders on the inhale, Strengthening in the core as you exhale to strong, lengthening the legs. All right. Now, lifting out a triangle. You can just turn the feet, pivot, turn the right toes out, the left toes in, and now it's bending the right knee to go into warrior two. So bring that left shoulder back, the left hip back, and exhale, tuck in the tummy so that tailbone you don't get that surfer arch in the back. You can lengthen the tailbone down. I know there's a lot going on. You're doing really great. Just take care of yourself. Broadening the shoulders. Lengthening the spine. Good, good. Reverse warrior, lift the right palm. Tilt the head back. And then triangle pose, trikonasana, straighten the right knee. Lift up the left arm. Begin to slide down that right shin with the right hand, but only as far as you can keep the chest open, the hips stacked. So this right hip is tucking under, the left armpit pulling back. Very nice. You're really smart. Good. Lift up from triangle. And now turn the right toes also to face the side of the mat and fold forward. You can use blocks under the hands. You can widen the feet to make the floor closer. Now lift up through the kneecaps. Hug in through the ankles, shins. And just follow your breath. Good, and rest down to the floor. Coming into a seated position. Let's open the legs here. So we're also mimicking that standing forward fold with a seated forward fold. You can use a block in front of you to rest your forehead on, or if you're not getting down that low, maybe you rest your elbows on the blocks and support your forehead with the back of the thumbs. So give your forehead some sort of support that you can press down with your forehead into that resistance. And just calm down the breath. Nourish yourself with the inhale and calm yourself on the exhale. Good, you're exactly where you want to be. Now lift up to a straight back and massage the legs, sliding down the outside, up the inside. Okay. Now bring the right foot over to the left thigh. With a little help. Bring the right foot to the left inner thigh. A revolved head to knee pose. So this left hand is reaching towards the ankle or the big toe, and the right arm lifting up and across towards that left foot. I keep pressing down through the right hip and sitting bone. So there's an equal stretch in the hip as there is in the Nice job. Good. You can release this side and switch the legs. Come in, draw the lower back in. Reach towards the right foot with the right hand. And then extend the left arm up and reach over the ear. Lengthening on the inhale, root down through that left hip, and then stretch across on the exhale. That's it. That's right. Very nice. Release, arms down. And, is this all right? Yeah. All right. Let's go to the upward table. So we have a little counter stretch. Lift the knees, press the feet and hands down behind you so you can lift the sides of the hips up. Draw the shoulder blades under and pull the heels back. Good, and rest, buttocks back down. Legs straight ahead, or Paschimottanasana. So if you feel like you're falling backwards a lot, you want to put your hips up on a little bit of height, like that. And so the lower back can draw in, shoulders relax down and back, and then folding forward with easeful breath, calm and steady. Patiently explore the pose while taking good care of your back, your hamstrings, your shoulders. So you can back off as needed on the inhale to make your body healthy, aligned, and go deeper on the exhale if your body is happy with that. I hear good breathing. Good. Now lift up to release. Cross the ankles in Sukhasana, easy seated pose. We'll do Brahmari Pranayama with Shanmukti Mudra. Okay, so Shanmukti is closing the gates, and it's a method of introspection, turning inwards your awareness. I have to remove glasses to do this. So the Brahmari Pranayama is the bumblebee breath. And so you're just lightly closing the lips and making a little humming sound as you exhale. When you need to inhale, take another breath in and begin when you're exhaling to hum like a little bumblebee collecting his pollen. Good. Now when we add the mudra, you'll hear that amplified in your skull, kind of reverberating. So using the first watch so you can get all the information. First fingers are pinning the eyelids down, and second fingers are on either side of the nostrils, and the ring and little fingers are squeezing the lips together. All right. Then the tip of the thumbs close the ears, and the ear flaps close in. Okay, so that's Shanmukti Mudra, and after you apply that mudra, then you begin the Brahmari Pranayama, and start to hear that humming in the skull. So here's Shanmukti. We're closing the eyes, nostrils, lips, and ears, and beginning the humming bumblebee breath. Okay, that's enough. Could you hear that resonance, kind of? You can hear your own humming, but you can't hear anyone else's. Okay. Please lie down on your back. Hug knees to the chest. Have your blocks nearby. And hugging knees to the chest, letting your arms loosen on the inhale, filling the lungs to capacity, and gently exhaling, squeezing the knees closer, flattening the spine. Just waiting for one breath to end before starting the next. Savoring that sweet honey goodness of life. Now let the feet rest on the mat. Take a block. One should be sufficient. Lift up the hips and slide the block underneath the back of the hips, sacrum, buttocks, wherever it feels comfortable. And let that block support you in this bridge pose. It doesn't have to be to the max. You don't have to prove anything. Just make your back comfortable that you can rest in this arched position. Now, if the block is stable enough, you can also lift one leg at a time and invert both legs. So I'm going to hold the block just to keep it steady and let the legs lift up and relaxing the legs, whatever is not needed. And if you feel the urge to tilt the legs behind the head and to plow, that's an option you can explore. And may facilitate your removing the block when you're ready to come down and bend the knees into happy baby. Holding the feet and pulling the knees in towards the armpits. Letting your inner child play with some movement. Maybe the legs rocking back, side to side. Just listen to your intuition. Move how your body needs to. And then stretch out the legs. And tuck the elbows in. You're going to press down through the elbows, arch the chest up, and tilt the head back into fish pose. Okay? I'm just going to experiment with one low block there below the lower back. That can work if you want to support your fish pose with a block. Just don't make it too high. Okay? Yeah. And when you're ready, tilt the chin down to come out and remove the block if it's there. Stretch out and lift the arms up overhead for a full body stretch, spreading the fingers and toes, rolling the wrists and ankles, rocking the head, moving the hips and shoulders every which way you want to, so that your body is totally satisfied with all the stretching, movement. And you decide when you're ready to rest in Shavasana and bring your arms down by your side. Turn the palms up and tuck the shoulder blades under the back. And continue to rest and release into the floor, relaxing all the muscles. And I'll let our eyes rest. Some dimming here, there, and everywhere. All right. Yeah. So take up all the space you need, move anything away from you that's bothering you. And when you're happy to rest in that stillness, let your body have that peace, have that rest and stillness that you so richly deserve. Spend so much time taking care of others. You deserve this time for yourself. So let your face soften, your jaw slacken. Invite your shoulders to relax and arms to rest, and hands to let go. The floor is holding your back, so you don't have to do that. The floor is holding your hips, so you can rest there. The floor is holding your legs, so you don't have to hold them up either. Now, bring your awareness to the center of the forehead. Breathe in and out at that point for 3 breaths. Inhaling to the center of the forehead and exhaling at that point. And again, inhale to the center of the forehead. Exhale at that same point. And last time, inhale to the center of forehead and exhale again there. The next point is the third eye between the eyebrows, to inhale at that point. And exhale at the third eye. Inhale to the inner eyes. And exhale at the inner eyes. Inhale at the tip of the nostrils. And exhale at the tip of the nostrils. Inhale to the throat center. And exhale at the throat center. Inhale to the two shoulders. And exhale at the shoulders. Inhale at the upper arms. And exhale at the upper arms. Inhale at the elbows. Exhale at the elbows. Inhale at the wrists. And exhale at the wrists. Inhale at the palms of the hands. And exhale at the center of the palms. Inhale at the fingertips. And exhale at the fingertips. Once more, inhale at the fingertips. And exhale at the fingertips. Inhale at the center of the palms. And exhale at the center of the palms. Inhale at the wrists. Exhale at the wrists. Inhale at the elbows. Exhale at the elbows. Inhale at the upper arms. Exhale at the upper arms. Inhale at the shoulders. And exhale at the shoulders. Inhale at the throat center. Exhale at the throat center. Inhale at the heart center. Exhale at the heart center. Inhale at the base of the breastbone. And exhale at the base of the breastbone. Inhale at the navel center. And exhale at the navel center. Inhale at the sacral center. Exhale at the sacral center. Inhale at the root center, the base of the spine. And exhale at the root center. And again, to inhale at the root center. Then exhale at the root center. Inhale at the sacral center. And exhale at the sacral center. Inhale at the navel center. And exhale at the navel center. Inhale at the base of the breastbone. And exhale at the base of the breastbone. Inhale at the heart center. And exhale at the heart center. Inhale at the throat center. Exhaling at the throat center. Inhale at the tip of the nostrils. And exhale at the tip of the nostrils. Inhale at the inner eyes. Exhale at the inner eyes. Inhale at the third eye between the eyebrows. And exhale at the third eye. Inhale at the center of the forehead. Exhale at the center of the forehead. Inhale at the crown of the head. Exhale at the crown of the head. And again, inhale at the crown. And exhale at the crown. And once more, inhale at the crown of the head. And exhale at the crown of the head. Very good. And now we're just breathing as though the whole body breathes. Every cell expanding with the inhale and deflating with the exhale. Nourishing yourself with each breath. Calming, relaxing the mind, relaxing the body, finding peace, bliss, and happiness in this resting rejuvenation. You are a good person, taking care of others. You deserve this time to take care of yourself. Hari Om Tat Sat. Now begin to stretch and move, awakening your body as you prepare to roll over onto your side. Taking a moment there when you're resting to be present again in this place, time, aware of the room around you. And as you're ready, sit back upright in comfortable pose. Sukhasana. That sweet spot, the sukha, the sweetness of life. Sipping that Soma, that delicious nectar, and letting it nourish us in body, mind, and spirit so that we're healthy and whole and can move ahead with our lives. Namaste.